Hi, my name is Mahmouda, but everyone calls me Moo. My business is called Moo's Jewels on the Beach, and I am part of Team Dragonfly Voyagers, affectionately known as the Dragonflies. We are independent partners of Trevorium. Trevorium is a better life company, and we would like to show you how to travel more, travel better, and to travel for less. First, a quick legal disclaimer. We are not making any financial claims. All earnings are based on your own efforts and work ethics. Now, if you had all the time and money in the world, what would you do? Most people say dream of more holidays, spending time with loved ones, and to live life on their own terms. David and Adela Hart are the co-founders of Trevorium. We are in the second decade of business. We are debt-free and pay out commission on time, every time. This is a global business that had a 400% growth even in the pandemic. We are in the travel and social sharing economy, both of which most of us do regularly. Trevorium shows you 4 different ways to travel. Firstly, the incentive trip. This is for the top 2 memberships, but it's not our product. Secondly, the travel site, which is better than travel agent rates. And then we have the dreamcations, which are made up of world tours and getaways. This is an example of our travel site that I was looking at just for kicks. Maybe you wanted to elope and have a destination wedding in the Maldives, but the prices were just too overwhelming. So, for the same dates, yes, on the most romantic day of the year, for the same water villa, fully inclusive, same number of guests, our price is just under £13,630, compared to the usual booking site of just under £29,300. Savings of just over £15,600. What could you do with a saving like that? Maybe have a wedding party with the family when you got back. Now, as exciting as the last example was, this is where the members get really excited, traveling for pennies on the dollar, the Dreamcations platform. Your membership earns you travel points for every dollar spent. Initial enrollment earns 1 point per dollar, and then moving forward with the subscription earns 2 points per dollar. World tours are up to 70% off the retail price, where you can meet up with fellow Trevori members like long lost family. Getaways are for personal trips, maybe with family and friends, maybe on your own. This is usually up to 8 days, 7 nights accommodation, with rates starting as low as $0 per night. We have over 2,000 plus resorts and over 300 plus weeks available globally for members to take advantage of. One of the benefits of the Dreamcation platform is not being outpriced in school holidays. I'm going to show you some examples of the getaways in the next couple of slides. This is beautiful Tenerife. We had a 2-bedroom apartment with a kitchenette for the grand total of under £100. Again, just to clarify, not per person, not per day, but for the whole apartment for the week. Yes, you heard that right, under £100. Disney World is on the bucket list for many parents. I personally have spent a fortune taking my kids here. I wish I had access to this platform all those years ago. This is my favourite platform. There are over 100 world tours every year. These prices are for 2 people based on a platinum membership. The nice thing about world tours is that you can choose to meet up with other Trevorium members who you may have only seen on Zooms or on Facebook, if at all. And it's like meeting long lost family, which is lovely, especially if you're traveling alone, because you can find like-minded Trevorium friends to hang out with, but it's not mandatory. This was my very first experience of a world tour. I took my mum with me, and 2 of my girls booked another room using their membership. I loved meeting my Trevorian family, but also enjoyed spending time with my mum and daughters too. I did feel like a superstar, as other Trevorian members recognised me from the corporate Zooms that I had attended with Todd Strand as a guest speaker. I went on this world tour in Malaga in October 2023 with my son. Also, there were other members of the Dragonflies, as well as the extended Trevorian family. Edis I had only met the month before on Zooms. She had travelled alone to Malaga, but she had us to enjoy her time with. A few of us had taken our children as it was during half term. They loved hanging out together too. 10 days after coming back from Malaga, a few of us Dragonflies also went to Venice World Tour for, yes, $1. That's around 80 pence. I met up with Lisa and Juana, who I met in Dubai 2 years previously. It was so lovely seeing them again. And for Gerald, it was the first international trip he had been on, and even though he travelled alone, he wasn't alone in Venice. As I love to say, we're a family who love to travel together. I've booked this world tour in New Orleans because I knew Coach D would be there doing a training for us. I'll tell you more about Coach D in a minute. So, not only did this world tour include training, it also allowed 2 extra guests at no extra cost. Since I've booked, I have found out that many of my Travorian partners that I regularly chat to but have never met will also be there. I am beyond excited. I've also booked this Crete World Tour in October. This one is fully inclusive for only $99. That's under £80. Let me say that again. Under £80, fully inclusive, 5 days, 4 nights for 2 people. I've also booked this world tour. How could I not when it was only $1 after points applied? That's around 80 pence. We have 3 memberships available to suit everyone's budget. Firstly is a silver membership, which gives you access to the travel site only, with an initial enrollment fee of just under $70 and going forward monthly subscription of $52.50. Then we have the titanium membership, which gives you access like the silver, plus you accumulate travel points for the Dreamcations platform with world tours and getaways up to 50% off the retail price, plus the incentive trip with an initial enrollment fee of just under $150 and then monthly $75. And finally, the creme de la creme of memberships is platinum, and this is the membership I have. This gives you the same as titanium, except higher discounts of up to 80% on the Dreamcation platform and the highest earning potential of those joining as partners, with initial enrollment fee of just under $270 and then monthly $135. At this point, you can choose to just be a customer and not a business owner. However, if you choose to join as a partner, then you pay an annual partnership fee of just under $80. This gives you the marketing website, ongoing training, and back office tools. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. I've personally met the CEO, David Hart, and the top earner, Todd Strand. You have many servant leaders who are willing to help and support you on your journey. Most of us are social animals by nature, so why not take advantage of something we do anyway? Sharing about holidays is easy to do, whether it's online or in person. We love to tell people of our latest escapades and of our next planned holiday. The number one thing shared on social media is, yes, you guessed it, travel. We post about how many days till our next holiday, when we get on the plane, when we land, and then it's usually a bombardment of holiday photos. So you tell a few, who tell a few, who tell a few, you get the picture, and this is known as a social ripple effect. We have a binary system, so you have a left sphere and a right sphere. You sell 3 membership at the same or higher level as you, but sharing with 4 just keeps everything balanced. Now you're earning more than you're spending, and your membership is paid for out of your commission, and you are still earning the same number of travel points. Now, if you help 2 of your 4, one in each sphere, to also earn more than they are spending, because everybody wants free travel points, you'll become a 1-star director. And repeat, by making other team members' dreams come true, your dreams will become a reality. Like many others, when I joined, all I wanted was to be a customer. But I found that I loved the company so much that I was always talking about it. So now, this is where I am heading, the ambassador lifestyle. And as I said earlier, here is a little bit more about Coach D. Her story is inspirational, and in the last few years, heartbreaking and heartwarming all at the same time. When she joined Travorium, she was unemployed and only wanted to make enough money to supplement her pension. For her husband, it was the first time he joined her on one of her business adventures. I watched the weekly fireside chats and loved their on-screen banter. Unfortunately, Guy died suddenly a few years ago, and at this stage his book of business was at a 2-star director. This meant his business was willable. His death was a shock to us all, and we all felt Deborah's pain. Me in particular as a widow too. But Coach D knew we all loved and supported her. She was able to put Guy's book of business into trust for her granddaughter and great-granddaughter, who are very young still. The amazing thing is that this book of business not only was put into trust, but also grew. Currently, Guy's book of business is at 1-star ambassador. Coach D is now a double ambassador, as she has this rank in her own right. I'm really excited about meeting her in New Orleans. The beautiful Adela Hart came up with this Louis Vuitton experience for the ambassadors, where you get a personal shopper and a credit limit to spend as you wish. This group of ambassadors were whisked inside without waiting for any queues and had a private shopping experience. As Brits, we all know how stylish James Bond is, and as a 3-star ambassador, you're given the Omega watch as worn by 007. A better life requires a better way, so get back in touch with whoever shared this video with you and get your questions answered and join us on the beaches of the world.